feel like we're missing something. 1 second. And we're back. Aren't you? You're disgusting. Say grrrr. Bow. Come on, say it. Grrrr. Bow. What's going on YouTube? Screwjack Talks Kings. Today we got a little sit down video. Can I take this from you? This is your shoe, not a toy. Give me the shoe. Okay, there. Look it. Okay. So today we're gonna do Q&A. Today with my little baby. How you doing? You doing good? They missed you. They love the video that you filmed. Anyways, so I posted a Q&A. I want to say a few days ago, like a day or two ago. So I want to answer some of the questions that I've gotten. And let's get right into them. And then you get to help me answer them today. So let's get right into them. Who's someone you love to have a podcast on? Someone who I love to have a podcast on. Like, there's a few people I love to have on the podcast. I can say like famous people and like some like friends that I have. I'd say famous person wise, I love to have Justin Bieber on this podcast. He doesn't go on many, but I think it'd be dope to get him on, and Drake. Them two would be like, that would be like my dream podcast to film with them. People that I would like to film with, friend wise, I have some friends in back home that I love to film with. They do podcasts back home. It's the Fresh Validation podcast. Forgot their names, but I like to do the Send with Emphasis podcast as well. Love to have them on. Her on. That's Katie Baker's podcast. I think what she's doing is pretty dope. I think her spreading the word on like her college experience and everything she's doing, I think it's amazing. I love to have on my podcast, and I mean, if we would love to do some collabs, I mean, we should just run it up, you know? Why not? What's a city or country y'all would take you guys would take a trip to? A city or country that I would like to take to, city wise, I'd love to go to like Manhattan, New York. If I want to go, I feel like New York would be hella fun. Out there's just a different vibe. The East Coast is like pretty fun. I used to live on the East Coast. It's really fun. I love to go to New York just to go see like the atmosphere like that. I've been in the Midwest and in the West Coast. I've lived both of them for a long time, so I feel like why not go head over there? Oh, and I live down south, so why not go visit like Manhattan? That'd be sick. Country, probably like Mexico, dude. I mean, gotta go back to the motherland, like Chavo would always say. Going back to the motherland's always fun. Go like a little resort. When have you grown the most in your life, and what caused that growth? Probably right now. I say like the most I've grown is probably within like the last like 5-6 months. And I came here, felt like I started growing. I also grew back in like 2021. When I was going through the whole like everything, I was growing as like people wise. What are you looking at? I was growing such as like making more friends. I was getting open. I was a DJ. I was working. I had like my job. You know, once I finished school, whatever, I got my dream job. Doing everything. And I grew. But obviously I wasn't satisfied yet because, you know, now I came over here. And right now I feel like I'm still in that growth era. I'm still like in that growing era. I mean, I'm 22. Should have grown a long time ago, but I mean, here we are. What are you most grateful for? Probably her. I'm most grateful for her. She's a big reason why I came back out here, because she was born. Grateful for my family. My friends, I talk about all the time. My friends on the podcast that are always on it. People that come on the podcast, they mean the most to me. Family first, you know, God first, family, and then the homies, of course. You know, gotta have, you know, I consider my friends family. Thankful for them, very, very thankful. Shout out Chava, Aunt, Javi, the other Javi, Adrian, you know, all those boys that brought me in, Edgar, everybody, man, everyone that's been on the podcast, everyone that helps me do the podcast. It's like, it's a big blessing, because it's like, doing a podcast by yourself is hard, for me in my case. I mean, I can only talk so much, right? You guys only want to hear me for so much. Are you done? What's one thing that keeps you motivated and love the podcast? one thing that keeps me motivated and makes me love the podcast is probably like when people let me know like, yo, I was watching your video, and then they'll say a clip at like 45 minutes where it's like, bro, when you guys talked about this, like it helped me out a lot. That's probably keeps me motivated. And then just talking in front of a camera, like I just love doing it. It's one of those things where I don't know, I'm probably not the greatest at it, but it's one thing that I enjoy. It's a passion of mine. What keeps me motivated is when you guys like reach out to me and say, hey, thank you for like saying that. And then when other people want to come on the podcast, and what makes me love the podcast is I can do it with the friends. I can do it. I get to tell a story. People get to come tell their stories. People get to come talk and hang out and kick it with us. And it's like a homie vibe. And we kick it. The mics and the camera are just there. But I mean, we're just genuine people. We just talk about genuine things and we kick it, right? Aren't you gonna be a podcast host? Why did you? I'm filming a video here. What's wrong with you? Whatever. Oh, another question was, why did you move to California? The reason I moved to California was I needed to change. I lived here prior. I lived here for like 10 years prior before I went to Wisconsin. But I feel like out there I was getting too comfortable in Wisconsin. I was getting down on myself. I wasn't motivated. I needed to change, right? Came out here, I started going back to church again. Got motivated. Started podcasting again and just doing a bunch of stuff. And it was like, oh shoot, like, a change is what I needed. I didn't know why I moved to California first. I moved because my family was here, like my brother, my sister, my mom. My sister, my mom, my dad, they're all here. But something was like, but then when I really touched down here, and I was like, why am I here? Like, what's the real reason? It's like, I needed to change. Like, out there, I was getting too comfortable, right? Out there, I wasn't seeing you every day, right? But we didn't seeing you. Say, where's my neck? Say, where's my neck? But yeah, I wasn't motivated, none of that stuff. But, I mean, here we are, and we're back in California. Are you ever going to make a season 3? Yeah, so season 3 is in the works. I'm actually working with a friend. We're working on an intro right now. We're working on something newer. I want to go into deeper topics now. I want to start doing season 3, now that summer's around the corner. We're going to start doing outside settings. So we're going to do like more different places. Like when I mess around, go to a restaurant, sit outside of the podcast. We might hang out. We might go like to the lake and just film out there. Go to a church, film in the middle of a church. Like just do a bunch of cool things, man. Like do things that, that like just even outside in the front yard, just hang out, chill. Like I said, we're all about hanging out, kicking it. Like the more homey we can do it, why not? And that's what season 3 is gonna come out of. I'm excited to release it. I'm excited to start. We actually started working on it recently. I'm excited to get going on that. And that'll be something pretty sweet, right? And then she might be on season 3 too, or not. Let's see what else. Where do you see the podcast year 2? In a year 2, I see the podcast doing pretty good. Like I keep telling everyone, like it's not about blowing up, it's about spreading the word. I mean, yeah, we get views, like not crazy views, but people are watching our stuff. Like our average duration time on the videos are amazing. That's probably my biggest thing is getting the average duration time up. I want to hopefully have an audience in a year or 2, like a decent, good amount of audience, like my ride or dies with us. That'll be pretty sweet. But yeah, that's probably what it is. Hopefully the boys are still doing with me. Over the fellas. Bro, did you just drop that? Here. Hopefully the fellas are still here with me. But yeah, that's about, that's what we got planned. Why do you say on your podcast you're emotionally unavailable? So the reason I say that is like, I don't know. I do know actually. So whenever you go through a breakup, in my opinion, it's like hard for me to like get back up there. It's hard for me to get back and like talk to someone like flirting again. That's why I say I'm emotionally available right now, especially because we're locked in filming like crazy. Like we probably film 4 or 5 times a week right now, and then I'm trying to start posting 3 or 4 times a week. So I say I'm emotionally available because like I'm not hurt still, but I just don't want to deal with that right now. Like, cause it's like you can go date someone else, be with someone else, and then be heartbroken, and then go back to 0. Like I feel like I'm getting out of that stage. Right now I'm just focusing on myself. I'm locked in. We're hanging out. me and her kicking it. We're like homies, right? Are we friends? Hey, Monster, are we friends? Right? Right? We're friends. But yeah, that's why I say I'm emotionally available. Cause not that I'm not emotionally available, it's just that I'm locked in right now, and like I have to keep filming, I have to keep posting. Down the road, yeah, maybe I will, meet someone or whatnot. But as of right now, it's locked in for the meantime. I mean, if it happens, it happens. But right now, we're just gonna stay locked in, right? Right? We'll stop there. I mean, that was just a little update on like what we got going on, what's next. I threw a little Q&A. You guys can ask questions. But once again, if you guys are interested, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, come on. But like I said, if you guys are ever interested in coming on the podcast, feel free to DM us. Like DM me, and you can DM like the Toxic Kings page. We'd love to have anybody on. Like the Toxic Kings page is fun. Like the podcasts are fun, man. Like we don't sit there and like expose you or nothing. Like people think we're gonna expose or feel uncomfortable. The reason you do the podcast is so you can like tell your story, right? Like what you went through. We don't say names. Like before we do it, we always go through a little like, hey, like what do you want to talk about? What should we shouldn't, And then we're not ones to ask something out of like the ordinary. So if you ever want to come on the podcast, hit us up. I'm Cruz.Perez __, and then it's Toxic Kings with a Z at the end, with the __ that page. You can DM me. I'll put Chavez. I think it's Chavez0023, but I'll link down Chavez Snapchat. You guys can go hit him up as well. Text him, be like, hey, can I come on the podcast? And then we'll pick out a time or a day, and then we'll go from there. But anyway, guys, once again, it was Cruz over from Toxic Kings. This is Monster. She's getting rowdy. She's getting feisty, so I'm going to go feed her. And then we'll see you guys next time. Say bye. Say bye. Say bye. Say bye. See you guys. Rah. Say bye. Rah. Rah. Say cheese. Cheese. Alright, bye. Bye, guys.
Yeah, baby girl, I got some toxic traits. Yeah, yeah. I never meant for it to be this way.